Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
What is up, all you funky fish tank funkadelics? You are watching Aquafunk with me, Jay the Angel Freak, and today I'm going to be talking to you about what, in my opinion, is the best aquarium for the beginner hobbyist. Now, this is primarily for the beginner hobbyist that may be out there looking around, searching for information on what they should do, or maybe they have a little 10-gallon tank and they want to go bigger and they just, they want some more info. So, to all of my fellow experienced hobbyists, please do not stop watching. Continue watching, and in the comments below, leave a comment to let these people know I'm not nuts. That the things I'm saying may have some weight behind it. Because you've either experienced yourself, or if you don't agree, go ahead and let them know. Give them options. Options are good for everybody. I ain't gonna be mad at you if you don't agree. But let's give these new people something to think about, okay? So they can make the best decision. Okay, 55-gallon aquarium is the best aquarium for the first-time hobbyist, in my opinion, because water volume. All right? You got more water. Now, I know for some people, especially you go on YouTube, you see these big 55 gallons may be big for the first time, you as a first-timer, but some other people may think, oh, 55 is still a small aquarium. I think it's a decent-sized aquarium, especially if you live in an apartment, okay? Or a small living area like I do. So, you got more water, all right? When you have an issue in your aquarium, whether it be ammonia, some type of bloom, nitrite, even nitrate, some kind of sickness, illness, it travels at a certain speed. Well, to get through, to overtake your tank, it'll go that fast. Because you have a small amount, if you have a 10-gallon tank, it's a small space that this illness, sickness, this issue has to follow, to go through. By the time you catch it, it's already overtaking your tank. In a 55-gallon, it's going to take the illness, sickness, issue, whatever, a little longer to overtake your tank because it has to go through more water. So you should be able to find it in time. 10-gallon tank. I had a 10-gallon tank before that had an issue, and I'm telling you, it was fine when I went to work, and when I came from work, it was a disaster. 55 gallons, you could probably catch it because it takes a little while longer, a day or two. You don't know, but you can catch it before it becomes, devastating. Illnesses is something that all fish keepers, experienced, new, whatever, have problems with. We all scratch our head, be like, what could it be? So, that's reason number one. Reason number two is water quality. Okay? Water quality is the number one factor in a healthy aquarium. Water quality is the number one factor in a healthy aquarium. You didn't have deja vu. I said it twice because water quality is number one factor in a healthy aquarium. It is the truth. The more water you have, the more balance in your water quality has. The more balance, less fluctuation. A smaller tank, there's a lot of fluctuation when you start doing, maintenance. That's supposed to be helpful, but, you throw your balance out of whack in a small aquarium. In a larger aquarium, it's not so devastating, okay? You got a cushion with the extra water. So, you want healthy fish, you don't want to go, you know what, I'm tired of buying fish, it keeps messing up, da 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 da. Get your water quality balanced. And the best way to do that is by regular maintenance and more water. So, that's reason number 2. Reason number 3 that I believe 55 gallons are the best beginner aquarium is because, in all honesty, when you look at these little kits that you normally you see 10 gallons, 29s, 20 longs or 20 highs, and 55s. Those are like the 3 or 4 main kits. Well, let's say you want an aquarium and you have this vision of this nice display in your house of what you have the vision in your head, right? But as you start thinking about it, you start getting cold feet. Alright? So you go to the pet store and you're like, let me get a tester. And you get a 10 gallon and you start having issues like I just mentioned. You know, you spent X amount of dollars, maybe around $100 or something like that, and you start having issues and you're like, oh God, I'm glad I didn't get that 55 because I would have spent more money to get these same issues. Not necessarily. You probably would have had less issues. So then you move up to the 29 because you were successful at the 10 gallon because you subscribed to this channel and I gave you all kinds of information and there's people commenting that you can get information from. So you were successful from watching me. I'll take the credit on your success. So you move to a 29. Well, now what you're going to do with the 10 gallon? You're going to put it in your kids' room, right? Because they're going to take care of it. And they promise they'll take care of it. And you're going to do that. And it's going to go in the kids' room. And now you got a 29. And you realize with this bigger aquarium, the 29, you have more options. But not quite as many as you really wanted. Okay? So, don't get me wrong, I happen to love 29 gallon tanks, but I get them for a specific purpose. So, now you have this aquarium that allows you to stretch your legs, but it doesn't let you go wide open. Because it's 29 gallon tank. So yeah, you got that, you really, really like, let's say, Geophagus. You really like that fish. Well, yeah, you can get it when it's small, but you got to get a bigger tank. And they tell you that at the pet store, and you get it anyway, and now you feel terrible. So now you got all these fish in your tank. Actually, a Geophagus can't even go in a 55, depending on what type it is. But whatever. But you get what I'm saying. So now you got this fish that's going to outgrow your tank. If you get an Oscar, you might as well go ahead and as soon as you buy the 29, start saving up for the 55. But you got this tank, and these fish are going to outgrow the tank. So you end up with a 55. You got a 10 gallon tank in your kids' room that sounds like Niagara Falls because it's all the water's evaporated. And you got this 29 gallon tank in the garage collecting dust. And now you got a 55. How much money did you spend on that 29 gallon kit and that 10 gallon kit that smells and you have to clean? Whereas you just were to get the 55 gallon tank to begin with, you would have been happier. It would have been more of the vision that you wanted. My next reason, and I think I'm an optimistic person, okay? And this next reason is a really big reason for me. Aside from the water quality, okay? And this kind of leads into the next reason. My next reason why 55 is the best, in my opinion, aquarium for the first timer is because of the length of it. Was it like 4 feet, right? So, from here to here. This is a 90. It takes up the exact same space on my wall as a 55. it takes up the exact same space on my wall as a 75 or a 110. So let's say you got that small living space, and you got that 55, and you've been watching Aquafunk, and you've been watching Deb Tim and Andy's Angels and anybody from the Mac group. Shameless plug. You want to do more. You're successful because you've been watching these people. You've been getting hints and advice and inspiration, and you want to do more, and you have this 55. Where else are you going to put all these tanks? Just put it in the same space as the 55. You don't have to move any furniture. It can go in the same space. It just comes away from your wall. What? 6 inches? Or something like that, a foot, so I don't even know. You know what I mean? Hold up. Yeah, like a foot or less or something like that. It comes away from your wall, but it takes up the exact same space. So a 55 gives you a lot of wiggle room when you're learning. And you can take all the stuff out from your 55 and throw it in the 90 or 75 or whatever without having to rearrange your whole house. Because I do believe you're going to be successful if you continue learning about what you want. That's my little spill for the beginner Aquarius. I hope you liked it. And that's my time. And like always, take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Take care of your fish, people.